me some thyme and a bit of egg parma, you know, and hold on, and we're using pulse pasta, which is full of pulse, you know, like lentils, bologna, peas.
Now, into the water it goes.
It goes.
Water's boiling already.
Straight away.
Now, that's it. It's going to taste like the Mediterranean Sea, doesn't it?
I love when you say that, mate. I love it.
I think you might need some more salt in there, because I think, there wasn't enough in there. It's just you and me, mate.
I'm glad you're doing it, because I get in trouble.
We can have fun. We can put as much as we want in
then
there.
I'll start off. We need to get a good amount of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
No, not being shy, all right?
Well, you can stand there for a couple of minutes and make sure you get plenty of olive oil in there.
You dice that onion for me, mate.
Because that's what gives it lots of flavour. Now, I'm really looking forward to this one. That pulse pasta is interesting, because I have a lot of friends that are gluten-free, and you want to have something that you can give them. You're going to have pasta in your life, don't you?
You do. You need pasta no matter what, and it's a great pasta. So it's nice earthy, taste to it, nutty taste as well, which I like, but then with the chorizo and the eggplant,
there we go.
Too good, thank you.
Now, should I just smash this or just chop it up?
Smash it, whatever you like.
There we go, I'll just rip through it. You want it nice and chunky, a bit like you and me, isn't it? You're the chunky brothers.
Listen, I'm a bit more refined. I think I'll call it nice and long and streamlined. You might be that, Listen, I'll leave that to you, buddy.
It's like my grandfather taught me this. It's like, short and fat like this, It's just you and me together.
Yeah, flip of it.
Now,
You're
there's a time in there. Well. It looks like I'm doing all the work.
Right,
I've chucked the onions,
Now, this is my mate sausage, sausage.
Exactly. So beautiful chorizo sausage. But chorizo is not Italian, though, is it?
No, chorizo is not. It's Spanish. But if you want to, you can grab some cacciatore, which is the Italian version. Yeah.
Beautiful. Or something that my grandfather used to do. He'd get the sausages from out of the fridge, and it would squeeze the meat out of the skins.
Take all the meat out. Leave the case. Ah, nice.
There we go.
Smart man.
Now, it looks like it's my dish, so I'm going to take over. You know what? I've got some lovely eggplant here that I'm going to slice up.
Look, Rich, I think we've been doing this for that many years, mate. We're starting, just full in sync together. It's such a beautiful harmony.
Like yin and yang. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is slice this nice and thin for the dice. You want it all to come together, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And basically now, Rich, so we want that fat and all that flavour from the chorizo, the oil, the natural oil, to come out and enriching our sauce.
This is the bit I was talking about. This is where he's a man after my own heart. Oh, that lovely flavour. Have you been watching me? We just think the same way with this
we
stuff.
We do, I think it's it, but it's all right. It's all good.
All right, so I'll pop that in there like that. Now, by the time that pasta cooks, which will be another 5 or 6 minutes, this will be tossed off beautifully.
Yeah, and then we need to add some tomatoes instead. But the thing is now, one little thing. So, all that oil in the pan, right, it's going to absorb by the eggplant. So you might need to add just a touch more olive oil.
Or maybe some butter or something like that. So that'll take a couple of minutes. We'll add the tomatoes to it.
Yes.
Are we ready to put the pasta in it? I can't wait for this one.
I reckon our pasta is cooked, so she's in there for about 6-7 minutes.
That's pretty quick for pasta, isn't it? So it cooks a lot quicker.
Definitely.
Nice.
Straight out of the water, into the pan. Come on.
Yeah, you don't want to muck around. And the water that's in there, you're not draining it off. It's actually improving the sauce and giving it shine, as you like to say. There we go. So I learned a few things, haven't I?
And it's full of flavour as well, yeah?
It looks like wholemeal pasta, which is probably a good size. If I was feeding it to my kids, I would have to put a lot of sauce in it because it doesn't look like wholemeal pasta, doesn't it?
It's great for the kids. My kids eat this every week now, and they don't know they're having all those beautiful pulses in it, which is fantastic.
Nice. You don't want kids to know they're eating healthy food. The most important thing. Now, pine nuts go in there.
Yeah, there they go.
Toasted already. You can buy them toasted apparently, or you can toast them yourself.
That's just for texture and crunch, yeah, obviously in there.
Now, I'm going to put the parmesan on top of this, don't I? I'm going to put it in here. Okay. You put it in the pan as well. Normally, I put it on the top.
No, pan. Why? Because I want to enrich in the sauce, right? Just like you, nice and rich and full of flavour.
Yeah, there we go.
But it actually helps to thicken the sauce, okay? So cheese works in that funny way.
Just like you, Mix. There we go.
Hey, come on.
There we go.
All right, let's give that little flick through again.
All right, and
while I'm doing that, just tear some basil into it for me, Richard.
Nice. And the thing is with basil, you got to tear it. You don't cut it, you tear it off and throw it through.
And this is the basil. My heart, buddy. Look at that.
Oh my goodness, there we go.
Look at that, look at the colours.
And as soon as you tear it, as soon as that basil hits the heat, you can really smell the basil coming together.
The aroma is unbelievable.
I've got the plates here, you're going to set that up.
I'm going to ladle it today, I'm going to be nice and gentle.
I've got my fork ready. It looks good, it's really thickened up. If you wanted to, you could have added a little bit more water to it, or a big knob of butter in there, that would help to enrich it as well. But the Parmesan cheese mixed through it really soaked it up, didn't it?
I'm happy with that. Look at that. Beautiful pulse pasta.
Now I'm going to go straight into the pasta because that's what the hero is. That's really nice. It's got a bit more texture to it. but it just tastes like normal pasta. Like, you know, slightly wholemeal in flavour, but it's really nice. That with the chorizo as well is
Happy.
gorgeous.
If you like, maybe a little touch of chili just for a bit of heat. Otherwise, I think it's great.